Hi everyone, this is just a video on auxiliary verbs. So unlike some of the videos I've done before, like nouns and adjectives, auxiliary verbs are a little bit more difficult. An auxiliary verb is a verb that provides help to the main verb. So there are three auxiliary verbs. These are be, have and do. These help the main verb and also can show tense or can tell you something about the person who's doing the action of the main verb. So for be, you could also have am, is, and was. This is because since it changes tense, the word would also change. So if I was to say I am, you would say he is or she was. So it's not only changing the tense but also changing who is doing the action. For have, you've got having, has, and that is supposed to say had. Do, you've got did, does, and doing. A few examples. She is walking home. So in this sentence, the main verb is walking, but the auxiliary verb is because you can't just have the sentence she walking home because that doesn't really make sense. But is there to provide help to the main verb, which is walking. Next one, we have eaten our tea. So the main verb is eaten and the auxiliary verb is have. I do like ketchup, like being the main verb and do being an auxiliary verb. You could also change I do like ketchup to I did like ketchup. Did would still be the auxiliary verb, it would just be past tense. So you can have 9 auxiliary verbs which show certainty, possibility, or doubt. These auxiliary verbs are could, should, would, will, may, might, must, shall, and can. There are 2 types of modal auxiliary verbs. These are either deontic, which show certainty, or epistemic, which show possibility or doubt. The way I remember it is deontic modal verbs are definite. So D for deontic, D for definite. So these are would, will, must, and shall. You could argue that shall is epistemic. It all depends on the context. So a few examples. I am having a cup of coffee. Am is just the auxiliary verb. Next one, I might get there late, but I will be in class tomorrow. Might is an epistemic modal verb because it isn't definite. You can, like, she might get there late, shows doubt on her getting there in time. It's possibility that she might be late. But the next one, will, is definite. She will be there. D for deontic, D for definite. That's just how I remember it. Last one, you can arrive at any time, but you may want to be early to get a good seat. Can is epistemic because it's not definite. May, also epistemic. I haven't put too many deontic modal verbs, but you could say, so if I was to say must as an example, so you must get here on time. So that's definite. There's no possibility in that sentence. There's no doubt that you can be late. You must be there on time. But I just find the way that I remembered it worked for me. It might not work for you, but I just thought D for deontic and D for definite. I hope that all made sense.